Yeah, no, it's like that. I've never had to do any of that, and it's like I don't disagree with the whole soap in the mouth thing, but yeah, it's you get it. The whole reason it escalates is because there's no boundaries for like minor consequences, you know?
Yeah.
And so it gets to where it's so bad, and then your mom loses his cool and Trevor loses his cool, and then it becomes a physical fight, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have different rules at my house where, you know, if you behave, what happens? If you misbehave?
Time out.
Time out, you know? And how often do I have to get past the timeout with you or Trevor?
Barely.
Yeah, exactly. Barely ever. And that's the whole, that's what I've been trying to tell your therapist and tell you, your mom, and tell everybody that watches you guys is if you have good boundaries and if you just stick to timeouts or taking away privileges, then it doesn't get to yelling and screaming or hitting, you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Mom, taking away the phone doesn't work for Trevor.
Yeah.
Because he'll complain so much that Mom will just give it back. So.
Yeah, and he's addicted to the phone. He shouldn't. The whole problem with Trevor's behavior, and this, you guys think it's like you don't get it because you're a kid, but it's too much for a kid to have a phone more than an hour a day. He's on the phone what?
In the bathtub, he still is on
He
it.
lives on his phone 6 to 8 hours a day. I've looked at his screen time, so that's creating these issues. When your mom tries to take it away, or when your mom tries to enforce a boundary, she can't because she doesn't stick to the plan. You know, like if you stick to the plan, he does fine. So those are the type of things I'm trying to go, and I'm telling the therapist, and I'm trying to get these rules implemented so that, not because I'm being mean, but because I'm trying to get, like when Trevor wanted to do jujitsu, I did that just to get all of his extra energy out, and so that he could learn discipline, and so that he could have something to look forward to, and also something that we could take away if he wasn't behaving, right?
Yeah.
It had all these benefits, but I can't force, like, we have two different
In a
households,
quarter mile,
right?
use the left 2 lanes
So-
to turn left onto Bruceville Road.
All I can do is like the best I can do while we're with me, and then try to convince the therapist and the courts to put that parenting plan in place, you know?
Yeah.
But-
So Trevor, one thing that worked a little is when Mom goes, "Okay, Trevor, every time you talk
At the
back to
light,
me,
use the
yell
left
at
2
me,
lanes to turn left
you
onto
have to
Bruceville
read an
Road."
extra 15 minutes, and he hates
Yeah,
reading, but,
that worked.
but Mom doesn't make him read.
Yeah. Well, you gotta
Continue on
enforce the
Bruceville
boundary,
Road
keep
for
it.
3/4 of a mile.
So what if you make him do it at your house or something?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Is I think the behavior will get better when we have 50-50, because remember how last year and like the year before it was just you calling me when he misbehaves,
Yeah.
and you were telling everybody and the therapist like you feel like that's not fair, and it's not, because what was happening was I'd only get you guys every other weekend, and then I was the one, or like I would only get a phone call when he's misbehaving, and I have to do the punishing, and then it makes him not like me because he feels like I'm too strict, you know? So everything will get better when everybody follows the same rules and plan.
In a quarter
And,
mile, turn
you know,
right onto
that's what we're
Kilconnell
working
Drive.
on. That's what we're working on with the therapist. Like, you just tell the therapist what's going on and what works for you and what you like best, and also the problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have a problem with me, if you have a problem with Mom, you tell them, and they'll work it out with us. But it's not for you to worry about. You know?
I'm sure you already know, but Trevor's always coming up to me and is like, "Do you want to be
At
a
the
dad?"
light, turn right onto
Yeah.
Kilconnell Drive.
He's saying you want to be a dad.
Well, he doesn't like coming.
He doesn't like what?
He just doesn't like coming to your house because he's like, "Dad's so mean. He makes me."
In a
Yeah.
quarter mile, turn right onto Kirkcaldy Drive.
He can't. The problem is the phone. If you
Yeah, he
take-
wants to be on his phone all the time, and that's what I was telling you. Is it's not
Well,
it's not like, you know, there's a lot of, you're not going to understand it all, but there was a lot of trying to buy your guys' affection. There was your grandma and papa were giving you guys cash, and they were trying to bribe you with this and that, and they were trying to say their house is better, and Zach was saying his bikes were better, and Dad can't take you to bikes. Well, that's because they were asking.
Turn right onto Kirkcaldy
you know,
Drive, then turn right onto Newington Way.
They were asking the courts for orders that made it seem like it was punishment to be with dad, and like their option was better, right?
Yeah.
But all of that's over with. It'll get better. I don't care what Trevor says.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Newington Way.
It's a shame it's like that, but we can, we'll work on all of it, right?
Yeah, well, I think if Mom doesn't let Trevor bring a phone
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the right.
He just earns it back.
No, the rule is and what therapists and parenting books say is you shouldn't be on a phone more than 2 hours a day. And the issue isn't going to my house. The issue is Trevor gets unfeathered access to phones for 8 to 10 hours a day, and
so he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah.
So he sits on it.
Exactly. And when Trevor has the boat, when we go to the boat and he fishes, and when he has sports, he doesn't complain about the phone. And there is no behavioral issues. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's only when he's up against, hey, a boredom or a phone. But he was having a blast working on stuff with me. Remember what did we do last weekend? He was painting with me till midnight. He could have been on his phone. When you give that kid a tool or when you do something with him, he loves it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just wants to.
He just wants to be with me,
Your destination is on the right.
All right, we're here.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Trevor doesn't want to go to your house, but then the second we're doing something else.